Hello and welcome back to Whiskey Wars. Tonight we'll be reviewing this bottle of Early Times Bottle and Bond 100 proof. So first, a brief history of this whiskey. Jake Beam of the Jim Beam family would first start making this whiskey back in 1860. However, that distillery would close down in 1915 after his death. But the Brown-Forman Company would pick up this label and brand in 1923. However, Brown-Forman as a company would not do anything with this brand until 1945. But when they did start making Early Times, and that was the 80 proof version, in 8 years it became the best-selling whiskey in America because Brown-Forman is awesome. However, this version, the Bottle and Bond version, would not come along until 2017. And just so it's clear, the Bottle and Bond version is completely different than the 80 proof version, the budget version, that maybe many of you have had. The budget version is a blended whiskey, and let's be fair, it's not great. But that's for another time. So because it's Bottle and Bond, we know it's at least 4 years old, we know it's 100 proof, and we know that some quality and some time and some care went into this bottle. So let's get some poured and let's get into the nosing and tasting of this whiskey. All right, we have our whiskey poured, so let's see what the nose is like. Very typical Brown-Forman nose, reminds you a lot of like an Old Forester 100, very similar profile on the nose. But let's dig a little deeper into this and see what else we can get out of it. So on this, you're not getting as much of the banana. It's a lot more brown sugar and caramel, kind of covering up the banana smell. The banana smell is faint, it is there, but it's not nearly as strong as the Old Forester 100 if you saw that review. Let's see what else we can get out of this. Also getting some like dark cherries, some dark fruit, maybe like a roasted date. Maybe even roasted, like roasted peanuts. So lots of warm, roasted, dark sugar smells, maybe even like creme brulee. Very nice nose. Now let's get into the taste. So again, this is a Brown-Forman product, just like Old Forester 100 over here. So it is very similar as far as the profile, but there are some differences. So you're not getting the banana as much on the palate as well. It's definitely a lot more brown sugar forward, a lot more caramel. You're getting even maybe some like milk chocolate, not dark chocolates, but definitely milk chocolate. A lot of spice. I wouldn't necessarily call it cinnamon. I would say it's more like almost like a peppery spice, not like black pepper, but like maybe more like a cayenne. It's very spicy, which I like. That may turn some people off, but I think it's very nice. But those are some differences between this and the Old Forester. This is quite a bit spicier on the palate than an Old Forester 100, even though they're the same proof. And it's not alcohol burn that you're getting. It's definitely just spices in the whiskey. Let's give it one more taste here. Again, you're getting those same spices and caramels, brown sugars, kind of creme brulee, some creaminess in there like a whipping cream, or maybe like a heavy cream. But you're also getting something kind of interesting on the finish. You're almost getting like a grape, and not like the astringent grape that we experienced in like Jack Daniel's, which is also a Brown-Forman product, but this is a much nicer grape. And it's kind of paired with that spice on the palate, which kind of seems like a weird combination, but it actually works really well. All in all, just a very nice experience, and slightly different than the Old Forester 100. So if you're a person that's been drinking Old Forester 100 for quite a while, maybe that's your daily, maybe change it up and try the Early Times Bottle and Bond. It's a similar experience, but just a little bit different, just something for a change up. Let's give this thing one more taste. At that time, even though it's kind of under the caramel and the brown sugar, there's also almost like a strawberry or something like a citrus. It's not nearly as citrusy as an orange or a lemon, so that's why I think it's more like strawberry or like red fruits. But all in all, just a very nice palate. Very easy to drink, especially if you're used to drinking whiskey neat. This is a great whiskey, and it's, for the price, it's fairly complex actually. This is the liter size, and I think this was $22, which is an amazing value for a 100 proof whiskey of this quality. So if you're not familiar with Early Times, I would definitely suggest going out and finding it quick, unfortunately. As of the making of this video, it's already been bought by Sazerac Company, which is the parent company of Buffalo Trace. And so the distillate that's currently being put into the bottle may change fairly soon. So if you want to experience what I'm tasting, I would go out and find a bottle basically now. Because Brown-Forman has given over their old distillate to Sazerac, but once that runs out, it will probably change. So if you want to experience it the way it is now, I would go out and find a bottle as soon as you can. I mean, in the budget range, this has got to be in the top 2 or 3 for me. So again, if you've never tried it, I strongly suggest you go out and get a bottle and try it for yourself. And just remember, folks, as always, you can never have too much good whiskey.